welcome back to a new video. I took some downtime over the holidays and took a little break from uploading because I had a much needed vacation and I decided to just, take a break from everything. So from work, from uploading, from YouTube, everything. And it has been really nice. And today we're just starting with a nice little makeup video because I went to Primark and I picked up a lot of makeup goodies. So we're going to do a full face of Primark makeup today. Now, a little disclaimer before we get started. They did not have every single product in order to do like a full face. Some things that I use on a daily basis they didn't have, and then other things they did have, but I just really did not like the look of them. And I love to put a lot of effort and time into these videos, but I am not going to purchase things that I know I'm not going to like or never use again. That being said, they did have a lot of products that looked very interesting to me, and I'm very excited to try and see if they are amazing or horrible. Also, just in case you're wondering, these beautiful, soft, luscious curls are all from a heatless curl method. So let me know if you're interested in a little updated heatless curls tutorial. For now, let's stop talking and get into the makeup. So first up, we're going to prep the skin. So I did do my skincare routine this morning, but I have not applied any primer or like a base prepping product. So I came across this in Primark. This is the Prep and Perfect Vitamin Enriched Moisturizing Primer. Now, everything about this sounded good. It has vitamin E in it, vitamin C and niacinamide, and it's also supposed to be like very glowy and moisturizing. Now, because it is like -5 degrees outside, my skin has not been its best lately. Like, you can see definitely that I have a lot of blemishes going on. My skin is so sensitive and dry, so I could use all the moisture I could get. So I'm very excited to see what this one does. I read the ingredient list and I am not so sure if my skin is going to like this, because when I read some of the ingredients, like there is a lot of essential oils in this. There is such a strong smell. So like I said, there's probably a lot of essential oils in this. Okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but it has sort of the consistency of pudding. I do have a party later tonight, so I am sort of hoping to God that these products are not gonna break me out, because my skin is already not at its best and I don't want it to get worse this weekend. I don't really feel like it gave me much of a glow or like a lot of moisture. I was sort of hoping that this would be like a very, glass skin prep. But let's see, maybe it looks really good underneath my makeup. Okay, then I also have a little prep product for my lips. This is the Plumping and Volume Lip Plumper. Makes your lips look fuller and smoother and makes your lips feel very moisturized, infused with vitamin E. This is what the lip plumper looks like. It looks like a very glittery clear gloss. It has the tiniest doe foot applicator ever. It feels really nice on the lips. It's a very nice gloss consistency. I already feel it burning. Oh my god. Okay, that is really spicy. That burns. Oh my god. Well, if it's going to give me like luscious big lips, I can take it. I'm not really a matte full cake foundation girly anymore lately. I'm much more into radiant foundations, tinted moisturizers. So they had these perfect color tinted moisturizer with a radiant finish, niacinamide and hyaluronic acid in it, and it's also SPF 30. And I got 2 of them because they only had a few shades and a lot of them were very dark. And I got the shade 01 and 03 because I thought that 1 was a little bit too light and 3 would be too dark, so we can mix them. This lip sensation is just getting intenser and intenser. I think it's gonna be way too pale, but let's see. Okay, yeah, that is going to make me look like a ghost. Let's add a little bit of the darker one. Okay, to be fair, that looks really, really nice. I feel like it does give you a lot of radiance. It's not drying. It feels very lightweight on the skin and it really leaves that nice dewy look. I was expecting it to be very, very sheer, but it's not really that sheer. It does give you quite a lot of coverage. It doesn't cover everything. I had a very big blemish right there and a little bit of pigmentation that you can still see. Let's apply it to the rest of my face and see if we can build it up from there. A lot of people don't, but I actually really love applicators like this, like these little squeezing tubes. It's so easy to apply to your face and you can really take as much as you need, but not too much. Okay, these two shades mixed together, absolutely perfect. There are also a lot of tinted moisturizers that I cannot apply with a brush because they just, you know, become very stripy and patchy. And this one actually applies very, very nice with a brush, which I love because then you don't have to use as much product as with a sponge. And I definitely have some tinted moisturizers in my collection that are not as good as these and way more expensive. Let's move on to concealer. I have two different concealers that I wanted to try out. This is the Illuminate Under Eye Concealer, lightweight and buildable. It has like the little sponge applicator, which reminds me of that. Is it a L'Oreal concealer? I don't know, the one that goes viral everywhere, everybody loves it. Don't judge me, I don't know the name of it. But they only had this one in a very, very pale porcelain shade. So I also got this liquid concealer, medium coverage with caffeine and vitamin E. And I got this one in the shade 3 Vanilla. It's not too bad. I thought it was going to be a little bit too dark, but it looks like a nice blemish concealer. So let's just apply this on all the blemishes that are still peeking through and see if we can cover them up a little bit. I feel like that did a nice job. It's not covered like this blemish completely until it's not noticeable anymore, but I feel like it's nice. It's natural. It's not too mattifying. It does the job. I do want to see if it creases under the eyes. So I am gonna apply a little bit just to the center of my under eyes. I think you're supposed to twist it. Okay, it looks like a little bit is coming out. Okay, yes, that is straight up white. I do like a bright under eye, but I don't need a white under eye. By the way, a little lip update. It has toned down a little bit, but it still stings. A little bit too much of a bright under eye, in my opinion. Nevertheless, they do blend out really easily. I do feel like now the tinted moisturizer has set a little bit into my skin. It's not as glowy as it was when I first applied it, but it does look very natural, so I'm not mad at that. Before I set, by the way, I have let this concealer set for about a few minutes and it's not creased yet, which is very unexpected. So for bronzer, they had this very interesting Bronze Whip Velvet Finish Whipped Cream Bronzer. So they didn't have any different shades, so I had to go with this one. And I must say that it does look a little bit orange. Let's see if we can pick some up. Oh, it is very creamy. So as you can see, it picks it up immediately. I am gonna brush it off on the back of my hand because as you can see, that's really, really pigmented. Okay, it's a little bit patchy. Oh my god. That is straight up orange. I'm very sad about that because I was so excited to try this one. I'm gonna try to fix it with my beauty blender because I do feel like it applies very patchy with the brush. Okay, that is a little bit better. It's a lot more buildable that way and it comes out a lot less patchy. I don't know if you can see this, but on this side it has just removed the product that was underneath because this blemish was covered previously and now it's out in the open again. I'm not gonna cancel this product completely, but it's not my favorite. Okay, next product. I'm a little bit scared for this one. It is a blush stick. I've not tried a stick blush before that I really loved, so I am intrigued to see what this is going to do for me. Okay, I stabbed in my finger trying to use the scissors. That's how skilled I am. But we move. So when you open it up, this is what the stick looks like. It says that it's a cream blush. So I'm hoping that it's not going to be too dry. That already is not picking up on my skin, which tells me that it's probably very dry. Okay, when I put a little bit of pressure on there, it does look very pigmented, guys. Okay, there we go. Is that a lot? Try to blend it with a brush first. Okay, so it does blend, but not very easily. Let's try the other side with a sponge. It does feel a little bit like I'm applying a crayon to my face. That's nice, but it didn't really do anything. What I'm gonna do is apply it to the back of my hand, really work it in, warm it up, and then apply it from my hand to the face. But again, I do feel like it's picking up some of the product that was underneath there. Because I feel like this part, it does look very rosy, but this is just my skin tone. Like, it picked up some of the foundation that was underneath. I'm gonna apply a little bit on my nose, just a bridge. Okay, I love the shade. I think this shade of pink is absolutely beautiful. I'm not in love with the formula. It's okay, I will probably use it again sometimes, but it's not my favorite, and I am still not a big fan of stick blushes. I am gonna go in with a little bit of powder. So I'm going in with my favorite, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Setting Powder. Okay, so I'm just gonna do my eyebrows and my eyes both off camera because they didn't have any nice eyebrow products in Primark, and they also didn't have any eyeshadows that I wanted to try out. I've tried some of their eyeshadows before and they were just not my thing, so I didn't want to do that again and put myself through that again on video. So I'm just quickly gonna do those two things off camera and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm back. So I did a little soft smoky eye for today. Okay, so we're gonna move on to lips, but first of all, do my lips look any plumper to you guys? I don't really feel like they do. The consistency of the gloss is really nice and it really stays on your lips for such a long time because I still feel like I've just applied a gloss, but there is just a stinging sensation for over an hour. It has just calmed down and I've been filming for over an hour. They look really healthy, but they don't really look any plumper. I'm just hoping that it's going to be a very nice base for my lip products. So first off, I got a little lip liner. This is a lip pencil in the shade Foxy Nude. Okay, so when I open it up, it's not exactly like your typical pencil. Let's draw a little bit on the back of my hand. Okay, that looks very pigmented and also very creamy. This has literally exceeded my expectations. I was expecting this to be a very simple pencil, maybe a little bit dry because I'm not really a fan of like normal pencils. I love a retractable one. But then it turns out it is a retractable one and it's also very, very creamy. It's so easy to apply. So for lipstick, I have this very pretty rose gold lipstick. It doesn't really have a lot on the packaging. It just says lipstick and then on the top it says it's the shade Daydreamer. And I have to be honest, this is just one big gamble because I have no idea what this shade is going to look like in person. Okay, so it looks like it's a very nice pink shade, but I have to say that it does look a little bit dark for everyday. Like, it does look a little bit bright. It's not as creamy as I would hope. It's a little bit on the dry side. I really have to drag it onto my lips. Okay, so yeah, it's a nice lipstick, but the shade is definitely a little bit too bright for my liking. It's also very pink, so it doesn't really match the lip liner that I just applied. But for your more like girly days, it's actually really nice. If I go out and I want a little bit of a brighter pink lip, then I would definitely use this again. Let's try some setting spray and this look is complete. And then this is the finished makeup look. I must say that a lot of products really surprised me in this review. I really loved the skin tints. Lip liner as well, absolutely beautiful. I am going to love this in my everyday collection. Also these concealers, especially this one for my everyday blemishes, absolutely perfect. Some of them were not my favorite, like the bronzer, the whipped bronzer, that was just not my shade and a little bit patchy. Blush stick as well, just a little bit too dry in my opinion. And then the lip plumper, it wasn't bad, it was just very, very painful. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please leave a like down below. I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel and join my YouTube family. I would love to have you. Thank you so much for watching, and I would love to see you in the next video. Bye!